Good morning, people. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the new subs. We made 310 yesterday. Absolutely brilliant. Building slowly still, but we're still getting harassed on here by YouTube. Obviously, they've been doing it since day one, over 2.5, 3 years ago, or whenever it was I started up. Their new one now is when I click on a PAP video, they all come up muted, so I have to unmute them. It's the only videos that it happens on. So it's just another subtle little bit of harassment from them, the faceless cowards, as I call them, shall I say. Yeah, keep going, guys. You're just making yourself look like a bunch of absolute dicks. Nothing but school kids. But anyway, has anybody else noticed how over the last couple of months all the medical institutions and labs are coming up with so many jabs? They can cure anything, according to them. You know, they haven't even finished covering up what the last Save the World jab did. Although a lot of it's come out now, and a lot of companies have admitted it, they fucking can't deny it, basically. The evidence is there. You know, they're just trying to cover their asses. They're asking for forgiveness. Well, they'll get none of that from me. Believe me. But don't forget, these are the assholes that can't even cure the common cold. You know, isn't that a virus? They can kill every virus, bar the common cold. Bullshit. But, you know, they've killed enough people over the last few years, and it looks like that trend's going to continue with all these experimental drugs. Because they seem to have bought these out quicker than they bought their main last lie, didn't they? But it don't really matter, because the way things are going, there ain't going to be any staff left to fucking jab you up anyway, is there? But yesterday I heard the prison service piped up saying we need emergency use of police cells. I think it was about 400 in police stations, because the prisons are full. Well, thinking about it, they can't be full of pedos and people who abuse kids and women, because most of those get suspended sentence, don't they now? Now, how about this for an idea? Go through your prisons. Pick out those that are not British nationals, that have not got a British passport. Stop us paying to keep these bastards in there and deport them. That would free up thousands of prison cells in this country. Believe me. There are so many in there that could be just deported. Kick them out. But if they're full now, what are they going to do with the thousands they're going to end up arresting if the new rights bill comes through? You know, because they're going to have the powers, if this goes through, to arrest people for disagreeing with the government, carrying a piece of paper in public, whether it's got words on it or not. If they think you're going to a protest, they'll be able to arrest you, and it will be an imprisonable offence. You know, that's a bigger crime now, carrying a piece of paper with words on it, than committing a rape or abusing a kid. Why don't they just turn the UK into a giant fucking prison island? Because according to the police, most of us members of the public are criminals anyway. Unbelievable. I mean, last week, was it last week or the week before? I can't remember. I really wish I had my camera on that day. But I had 2 police turn up at the door. When I asked what they wanted, they said they were there offering advice about security coming up to Christmas. And I just said to them, sorry, I don't take advice from the biggest criminal gang in the country, and shut the fucking door on them. And they stood at the end of the path and had a bit of a discussion for a minute, and then wandered off and knocked on next door. Unbelievable. But the government now, I mean, all these strikes going on. I mean, okay, I understand why. They want better conditions, they want better money. Well, so does everybody. And most of us, through our working life, worked for a lot fucking less than these people did. But with the cost of living, yes, they do deserve some pay rises. But the government have said there is no money left, in particular for the public servants, for a pay rise. Yet they are still spending billions storing useless PPE that was ordered during COVID. It can't be used. You can't use it. It's not safe. They're even paying China. Now, this is the country that Rishi Sunak said put sanctions on. They are paying China to keep billions of pounds worth of PPE over there that we've already ordered and paid for. Oh, hello. Incoming. Email. You know, the money that was gifted to their friends to produce PPE that never arrived. I mean, that's fraud, isn't it? Can't you get that back? That would go a long way. And how about the millions they cost us every year spending on their own household bills, including food, including energy, of our money, why they tell us to make cutbacks? But of course, they're never wrong, are they? They're always right. We're the ones in the wrong for bringing this up. I mean, what happened to lead by example? I mean, my opinion now, Parliament is just a legal den of thieves. And they need holding to account. But I wouldn't hold your breath for anything like that happening anytime soon. Right, well, that's enough for today. I don't quite know what's happening tomorrow. I have got a lot to do, including trying to get to the post office. I've got a couple of parcels to pick up that they delivered while I was at the chemist the other day. If they hadn't been on strike, they'd have been here last Friday. But anyway, I don't know what's happening tomorrow, as I say. Usually a Friday. Sometimes I do a video, sometimes I don't. But Friday is usually a big housework day, and it does take me to the day with the fatigue. So I've got emails, texts, Facebook, bloody all sorts coming in. I'm going to have to shut down half my tech because I can't keep up with it all. All right, and guys, right, if I don't do one tomorrow, please have a nice weekend, or as nice as you can under the circumstances. My respects to each and every one of you for your support on this here little channel. We do have a little core community that jumps in the chat, and if anybody wants to jump in the chat, in the comments, if you don't want your comment to be seen by the public, or you've got something in private to say, there is an email in the description below. Feel free to use it. It's dedicated to the channel. It doesn't get used for anything else. But until we meet again, as always, stay safe, stay strong, and please don't get upset by what these wankers are coming out with. Respects, guys.